Now for our ballerina monkey. As you can see, she's going to use a few balloons. Of course, I've got the 5-inch round, I've chosen mocha for the muzzle, about 3 inches, and then the white 5-inch round for the eyes, about 1 inch. I've got a toffee 260, blown with about a 3-inch uninflated tail on it. Bubblegum pink 160, and did I just call that a 160 or 260? Oh well, it's a 160 in case I said it wrong. Anyway, I've blown this up about halfway. I'm not even going to use all of that. I've got 2 bubblegum pink 260s, one with about a 6 or 8 inch tail, another with about a 4-inch tail on the end of it. Then we've got a fashion toffee 260 with about a 3-inch tail uninflated on the end of it. And then 2 360s. One is bubblegum pink. I've blown up about 12 inches of it. And then the toffee, of course, that we'll be using for the head, blown up about 12 or 14 inches of it. And so we'll start with the head. And now that our head is complete, we'll resume. Of course, we have a tutu one, so all we need is a neck, so make about a 1-inch bubble or so there. Let the air out of the end of that and tie it off. Trim it and set that aside. Okay, now we're going to take our pink 360. This is going to make the main body of our tutu. We're going to start by making 2 pinch twists on the end. I want these to be kind of small, so make a little small round bubble. Make another one about the same size. This will be your collar. Then we're going to twist off about a 5 or 6 inch bubble there. This will be your body. And then we're going to cut the air out of the end of this, cut the end off, and just tie it off. Because we're going to use the pink 260 to make the frilly bottom of our tutu. So take the longer, remember we had 2 pink 260s, one was shorter, one was longer, get the longer of the 2. And basically you're going to make 4 faux twists, each about 3.5 inches wide. About the width of my hand is what I'll do for these. So we're going to make 4 of those. If you blew your balloon up just right, it would force them to finish it off, so I'm going to tie that off. Secure that in there. To get the bottom of our tutu, then we're just going to attach our tutu to that. Just like that. And then I'm going to take and spin the body around a couple times, and that'll pull it in tighter. It's not too wobbly. Go ahead and take your head and attach it to the other end of the 2 pinch twists. Lock that in place. And as you can see our ballerina, there's the beginning over there. Now we're going to go ahead and make her arms. So we're going to take our toffee 160. And what we're going to do for her arms is I want them to be up over her head. She's dancing. So we're going to start by making a hand. So make your little bubble in 2 small pinch twists, just your basic hand. And then we're going to take and make about a 4-inch bubble, and then another small pinch twist, and then another bubble about 4 inches. That's going to be one arm. We're not going to do our fingers just yet because I want her hands to be interlocked over her head. So once you've got that done, twist that into the 2 pinch twists that are a collar. Now you're going to make the other arm. So make your upper arm pinch twist for your elbow, and then the forearm, and your 2 pinch twists. That. Now we want her hands to be over her head in the classic ballerina pose. Don't ask me what it's called, I never took ballet, probably with good reason. So we're going to make 2 of the bubbles that would be her fingers. And then we're going to take the end of the second one and come across and connect it into the pinch twist at the base of her other hand. Then you'll make another bubble, and then we're going to take this and just twist this around a time or 2, there where those fingers connect, like that. Then make your other finger, twist back into the pinch twist on the other hand, and then make your thumb. And we're going to remove the excess here. Tie that off, and then trim it up a little bit. And so now she's got her hands up over her head in the classic ballerina pose there. She's getting ready to start dancing, do her little pirouettes and whatever those other things they do when they're doing ballet. Now we're going to take and make, well, before we make her legs, let's go ahead and do her slippers. She's going to have ballerina slippers on. And these are real simple, so take your other pink 260, make 2 pinch twists on the end, and then make about 3 finger bubbles, so about 1.5 inches. Another one the same size. Twist back into those 2 pinch twists, and then pop the excess off. We don't need it. Secure that in. That's going to be her little ballerina slippers there. Now we're going to take our toffee 260 that we had left. What we'll do is take the nozzle end and twist it up into the bottom of her tutu here. Twist it around a time or 2 to make sure it's good and secure. Then we're going to make a leg. That's about a 7 or an 8 inch bubble. And then grab your shoes, twist them right there at the end of that balloon there. And then come back up with another bubble the same size as her other leg. And twist that into her tutu as well. It's going to be quite tall, by the way, in case you haven't figured that out. And then what you have left of your 260 is going to be your tail. This is obviously too long for a tail, so I'm going to figure out about how long I want her tail. That's going to be a personal preference thing. Trim off the excess, tie it off, trim that up, and we're going to give it a little bit of shape, roll it up. So now we've got our ballerina's tail. And she could be complete if you wanted, but I have one little added detail just to make her extra cute. I have that pink 160 that I had, we haven't used yet. We're going to make a bow to go in her hair, so make a little faux twist, about 2 inches or so. Then make a pinch twist in the middle, and then another faux twist on the other side. And then make a little bitty, tiny spacer bubble in the back there. Hang on to that. Let the air out of the end and then tie it off. When I trim this, I need to leave a little bit so I can twist that in. So I've trimmed that short. And then I'm going to take this and just up here on one of her ears, I'm just going to twist that around to lock that into place. Because she's a ballerina, she needs a cute little bow in her hair. And now we've got to tan up so you can see all of her. And there is our little ballerina.